More joining us now, NBC News intelligence and national security reporter Ken Delaney in Washington. Ken, it's good to talk to you. Really huge day yesterday. We want to play another soundbite for you from James Comey's testimony, and then we'll talk.
Do you believe this will rise to the obstruction of justice?
I don't know. That's Bob Mueller's job to sort that out.
So that's the question that everybody was circling around yesterday. That's the major question that people wanted to emerge with from that testimony. Was there obstruction of justice involved in regards to the president? Where are we at with that? Are we any closer to answering that question, Ken?
Well, as you saw there, Yasmin, Comey was very careful not to render that legal conclusion, not to make the accusation that the president obstructed justice. But he did everything else. He led us there as both a witness and an investigator. He described a case. First of all, he said he was under pressure. He felt under pressure about his job in that one-on-one dinner. Then he describes this Oval Office meeting where Trump kicks everyone else out and then asks him if he could drop the criminal investigation into Mike Flynn, which we now know was about whether he lied to the FBI. Now, and Comey said he didn't take that as a request. He took that as direction. Then Comey describes he's fired for what he believes is, his activities in the Russia investigation, and then he says that the White House lied about it. Now, legal experts are divided on whether this alone is enough to convict the president of obstruction of justice, but a couple I talked to yesterday said they would be happy to go into court as prosecutors with this case. Now, of course, the president can't be indicted in federal court for obstruction of justice. That issue is going to be left to the Congress, and the question is whether the Republicans in Congress would be willing to impeach the president over this matter, guys.
Ken, we learned a lot of little details yesterday throughout the course of that testimony, but one of them was the timing of one of the president's meetings with Jim Comey, the dinner that they shared, I believe, on January 27th. What was the significance of that particular dinner in the timeline that everyone is trying to piece together?
Yeah, that's right. So Comey told us yesterday that he was invited to that dinner at lunchtime that same day, January 27th. And the reason that's significant is because the day before, Acting Attorney General Sally Yates had come to the White House counsel, to first raise questions and alert him about Mike Flynn, about the problems with Mike Flynn. And she has testified that she said that Mike Flynn could be blackmailed. So this is when the White House learned that Mike Flynn was in serious legal jeopardy. And the next day, the president invites Comey to dinner.
All right, Ken Delaney answering some of those questions for us. Appreciate it. Well, it wasn't just President